Yo, what's up, Kart Lifers? Just wanted to check in today. It's Sammy D here covering Mario Kart Tour. The Battle Tour is a few days in, and it's been a little bit of a roller coaster so far. A little bit of a mess. I'm going to give you an update on the multiplayer bug that everyone's experiencing and what that we found out about this so far. Also, just touch in on like how we're feeling. Like, how are you guys doing with this tour? How are you feeling emotionally about it? It's a big adjustment. I mean, change is hard. The pipes are gone, but we have a lot of crazy new pools of pipes with all kinds of high ends coming in, and we have the spotlight shop with all kinds of alluring new shiny high ends that we might not have, and this 150 rubies, 100 rubies for the drivers and karts and gliders respectively. And what do you buy? How do you proceed? Well, I hope you guys are taking the Kart Life conservative approach as we go forward. We'll talk about it more throughout this tour, next tour. But I wanted to just say hi. It's a couple days in. Talk about also this tour preview here for the roadmap for the next two tours that was revealed on Twitter. Give you a couple of my thoughts on that. A couple little things we found out here. To start out, the multiplayer bug. So, as you guys know, battles are in standard play and in multiplayer. This is the centerpiece of the tour, the name of the tour, Battle Tour. But right now, since the beginning of the tour and now into the third day, multiplayer has been completely down. The reason it was shut down after, I think it was available for about an hour or so, some people were able to play, even get some multiplayer pipes that they earned, and I'll talk about that more in a second, but people were able to play, start getting that multiplayer grade up to S+9 if you're Gold Pass, and the battle grades start working on that battle grade as well, and play each other in battle mode, which is maybe more appealing to some people, given that right now battles are only in standard play and ranked mode where you're just scoring, and we'll again talk about that strat for that in just a second. But what happened is basically after an hour or so they realized all people's grades were going down for no reason or for some buggy reason, so they paused it, put it on hold, and said, okay, we're working on this. They put a known issue in the news. And now on the third day, nothing's been shut down like this for this long in Mario Kart Tour. It's kind of unprecedented. So people are bummed. A lot of people are saying this is a disastrous rollout of this update. If I go that far, I mean, you have to understand that, these things, even all your best laid plans, things can go wrong, like I forget who it was, Thomas from Switch Stop saying, you plan all this for your presentation at work or at school, and then something's wrong with the computer on the day of, and it's not something you foresaw, but we're all human, and they're working on it, right? So they're working on it, they've announced this, but what we found by going to the support page on their support website, that in the commonly asked questions or somewhere in there, they've already said that this will not be updated until the next tour. So right now, they have not announced this in the news, though they could at any moment announce this in the news, but it looks like we will not be able to play multiplayer at all or battle mode in multiplayer until next tour. What does that mean? Okay, a couple things. First, that multiplayer pipe that people like my member Prob by Demo were able to fire up to 30 times so far. And Hariosity and others posting on the Discord, where you're getting all the normal stuff that comes in, like your TCP or your token pipe, but also including some tickets and balloons are in the multiplayer pipe, right, at a smaller chance. High-end chances are good in that multiplayer pipe too, a little better than normal, I believe. And again, data miners are still compiling what's in all of these different pipes, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer to kind of really understand what's in all these pipes, because it's a lot of pipes, a lot of shops, right? It's overwhelming. But people were able to pull that multiplayer pipe, and now we're not going to have access to it for the remainder of the tour. We're also not going to have access to multiplayer challenges. This is 5 rubies, but it's not only 5 rubies, it's these stars here that a lot of players rely on to clear out the last gifts once they get to the end here. So I think I heard that free-to-play player, for example, would have to use a dozen or more star tickets to get those gifts without this multiplayer challenge. This is unprecedented, just because they're going to have to somehow compensate, not only fixing everyone's player grades that were affected when they were in that first hour or two of multiplayer when it was buggy, but they're going to have to give compensation in some way. Now, this could range anywhere from, just these 12 star tickets and 5 rubies, or it could be, well, in the past it might have been 45 rubies. That doesn't apply anymore because there's no 10 pulls, but some amount of rubies, maybe, I don't know, 20 rubies, 50 rubies, 100 rubies even. I mean, some people say that this could be warranting a lot of compensation given that you're missing on those multiplayer pipes that some people got to use for an hour or so. So we'll just have to see. It's too bad, you know, but we're going to have to wait until next tour to play multiplayer and battles together. So it's too bad. But in the meantime, you have standard player balloon battle right here, and it's in ranked mode. So one of the biggest questions we had right starting out with this tour was, okay, what's the strat? What's the strategy for playing balloon and standard play and getting a high score? It's part of ranked mode, so we have to focus on our score and use our loadouts and use our actions to our best ability to earn the highest score. And what is the best method for this? A couple things have been determined. One is that there is an invisible timer. I wish we could see this timer. I don't know why it's not displayed, but there is a time limit of 3 or 4 minutes or so, and the music speeds up toward the end of the match. So if you just stall and you're getting actions and driving around doing whatever, eventually the race will end at a certain time limit. There's also a 90-second well-fought bonus. This was announced in the news, but if you finish the race within 90 seconds, you get a well-fought bonus that we immediately learned from Anka sharing her run, that you can get up to 8,000 or more points on just that one well-fought bonus at the end of your race if you finish within 90 seconds. So then the question becomes, well, if I finish fast, I'm not going to get a high action count because it's going to take less time. You could run out the clock and go for up to 200 or more actions with, for example, a coin box or a boomerang driver. So you guys see we have multiple options for our drivers here, including King Mario. So you can get that 200 action run if you get coin box frenzies with King Mario and not even worry about hitting other people. The weird thing about battle in ranked right now is that we're not really battling each other. We're just going for high action counts. And this is a little disappointing in a way because battle should be about hitting each other and taking each other out. But in the case of Ranked Cup, I mean, we're just playing the game they're giving us right now, which is score a high AC with a big loadout, just like any other race in Mario Kart Tour. So you could go around with King Mario if you have him leveled up. If you got Nabbit, Lucky 7 is a great option as well. People are getting high action counts with those through, you know, driving around, going around in circles. You can even find one little circle of Cookie Land like Draco showed in the Draco strat on his video, where you're going around and getting item box, items, one little small area of Cookie Land, right? And you're getting coin box frenzies. If you're getting coin box frenzies, circle right back around and keep collecting the coins you're putting out. It's a little bit broken if you think of it in that way. Now, when we play battle mode with other people, it's gonna be a lot more engaging with, like, you know, people actually being smart and intelligent about knocking each other out, and it's going to be harder, I would say. But for now, you're just going for that big AC. Some people say Giant Banana is good too, but Giant Banana also, you're putting up a bunch of debris that you can also hit, so you gotta be careful about that as always, maybe even more so. And also, Wootmoo was saying that his round ended too early because everyone hit all those bananas, but he didn't get the bonus. So you want, I guess, the ultimate run maybe would be get as many action counts as close as you can to 150 to 200 within 90 seconds, so you still get that well-fought bonus. That well-fought bonus, that 8,000, 6,000, it's different amounts for different people, and it seems to be based on some formula around your loadouts and your base points for your loadout. It's very different for every person. So we'll learn more about it again as data miners kind of give us some more summaries of how all this works. So that is how battle is going right now in Ranked Cup. Let me know your strats, your thoughts, how it's going for you. We only have 2 of the tracks. I mean, I think one thing a lot of us are asking is battle going to be in ranked for both cups every tour going forward? That's disappointing because we base our whole inventories around our ranked loadouts. There's not going to be tons of battle tracks added at a very fast pace. I know others are coming. I bet Twilight House will probably come next tour, and we'll talk about those upcoming tours here at the end of the video, so stay tuned for a second. But there are going to be a few more battle tracks that we know about: New York, Paris, data mined. But I mean, really, can they keep up with the output of battle tracks to have 2 in each tour for Ranked Cup? Maybe, fingers crossed, I would say, because I'm not sure how much I like this. Maybe this is just for the opening battle tour where they're featuring this heavily. So I don't know, maybe there'll be like 1 battle in the next tour's Ranked Cup between the 2 weeks, or maybe sometimes there'll be 2, sometimes there'll be 1, sometimes there'll be none. We'll have to see, right? Just speculation at this point. So that's balloon battle and standard play and what's going on with the multiplayer bug. In the meantime, you have all these pipes. Speaking of the multiplayer pipe, and again, we'll have more graphics as people kind of sum up what the data miners have found about all these pipes, because we have new pipe pools, including these normal green pipes you get in tour gifts, and these really add up. As you can see, there are tons of green pipes for free to play. There's even more for Gold Pass, and there's even more gold pipes thrown in for Gold Pass. And let's say the multiplayer pipe maxes out at 30, which is what we've seen so far from what Prod by Demo was doing in that first hour. It maxed out at 30. That could be for the whole tour or for the day, I don't know. But let's just say it's 30 for the whole tour, right? You've got 3 10 pulls, basically, if you're free to play, that you can earn just through multiplayer racing. Yes, it includes balloons. Yes, it includes tickets. But it will also include commons, supers, these things you guys have asked about, how am I going to get them. And it'll include normal and super tickets, which you can use to keep leveling those daily selects up. I still don't think that daily selects are meant to be fully maxed out by anyone at this point right now. But anyway, the multiplayer pipe is going to have some good stuff in it, right? Plus rubies. So a free-to-play will have 30 multiplayer pipes to fire, plus 10 more single green pipes in here. That's 40 item pulls from a green pipe, okay? And there's chances of high ends in there as well. For Gold Pass, there's 10 more green pipes, and I think 4 more green pipes on top of that, plus 2 gold pipes. This is without even buying premium challenges of any kind. So a Gold Pass player is going to have over 50 individual pipe pulls that they get for free without spending anything other than the Gold Pass, okay? This is pretty cool. I mean, everyone's, we're rest in peace pipe pulls, but you're going to have the equivalent of 5 10 pulls. Yeah, they're going to include other resources as well. But man, I've already gotten crazy high ends out of this. I've gotten the sneaker, which was a new item for me. I've gotten other interesting things. People are getting all kinds of stuff because all of these new high ends have been put into these different pools. And if you're wondering what are all these different pools, just hang tight. And honestly, if you're a new player for now, you might as well pretend you are a new player and just say, you know what, I'm going to get random high ends often or every now and then, and they could be really anything. We do know there are a lot of the spotlights in your daily spotlight shop and in these pipes are things that have come up to Sunday Tour. So nothing from the Sunday Tour on. You notice we don't see White Tanuki Mario in here or any of the ice cream items. And what we might have is a rolling schedule where every 4 or 5 tours back, it keeps moving up. So we might get the Sunday Tour items start to roll into this allotment next tour, for example. But these daily spotlights, I really just want to make sure you guys all hear the message loud and clear to be careful and cautious and conservative. Just because there's new things in here you don't have, your rubies could go away very quickly if you just start buying things you don't have. It makes much more sense to focus on buying a new item if it's something, and only if it's something that really benefits your account. If you've looked at your trackers, which are all out now, Antilev and Sam and others did a great job getting that data out for everyone as soon as possible. But you want to look at the coverage of these new items. Like, okay, so yeah, I don't have a couple of these things. Like this is a bad example because it's a small cart, but the Goo Goo Pink. Would I buy this? The tropical balloons I had on day one. I actually thought about it. I looked at my tracker and I said, no, I don't need to buy that because I'm not going to be all willy-nilly about just buying new things just because they're new, because before you know it, your rubies are going to go down. Which kind of begs the question, okay, well then what do we buy? Well, we're going to buy new like coin box drivers, new Lucky 7 drivers when they come out in spotlights in the future tours. So you can have those little stashes for those drivers, carts, and gliders that are coming out in the future. But you really don't want to be buying duplicates. In fact, I give a shout out to Luca, who in our stream found out that for 150 rubies, the price of a duplicate, let's say you wanted to level up PD Piranha, like mine's only at level 2 right now, so want to get them higher, right? And I have driver tickets I can use, but you can also buy a dupe here. Well, is there any benefit to buying a dupe here? The answer is no, because for 150 rubies, the price of this dupe, you could spend that 150 rubies on Coin Rush. Now granted, you'd have to do them like multiple times in a row, but if you spent that 150 rubies on Coin Rush, you would get the amount of coins that would let you buy 2 high-end driver tickets that would appear in your daily selects or in your tier shop. It doesn't make any sense to buy these for dupes, okay? Even whales. Now, whales aren't going to spend the time to do all that coin rushing. They might get impatient and buy some dupes, But we're still figuring this all out. It's going to take weeks, like I said, to kind of feel what this all means. But I would just say for now, do not buy for dupes. Maybe buy a new item if there's one you've really, really wanted. Like Professor J's been wanting the Wonderful Wings. Spend a bunch of pipe pulls for it. Okay, if he's got some earnings from this tour, wants to get the Wonderful Wings, and you're going to invest in it, it's going to be good for your account, then awesome. For me, I want those Mark II, the colored variations of the Mark IIs. But am I really going to buy them all right now? No, because that's 600 rubies down the drain like that of my 1,000. And I'm not going to do that right now. It's a whole new paradigm shift. And in these times in the game, you need to be extra conservative and patient, like we've always practiced here on Kart Life. So I hope that helps you think about how to work with this Spotlight shop. And as for putting a new quick ticket through, I found that a lot of these items have come back multiple times already within 3 days. You have 2 weeks in which these kind of ranked centric high ends and others thrown in will appear again. I bet that tropical balloon is going to appear again for me. And I bet the armored rider, it's appeared twice. I bet it's going to appear again as well. So don't stress it. I would save these quick tickets for when you do one day, maybe it's 9 months from now, you have more daily select slots maxed out and you get more high-end tickets there. Still supposed to be a base rate of high-end tickets at the bottom here. I have not seen one yet this tour. And again, I've heard from data miners that the ticket rate might have changed. We will know more soon. And for that matter, if you go to the Discord and Kart Life right here, resources, current tour, we already have lots of resources. We have a new top 10 drivers, karts, and gliders from Antilev. We have Antilev's tracker updated, some changes to all of the way the algorithm works based on battles and all this stuff. We have the ACR sheet from DKR. We have the token shop planner from L. We have the new regular high ends from the all clear pipe. So this, the free gold pipe you get in the token shop, for example, or your all clear pipe. Here are all the new items added, including Cam Mech and all kinds of crazy stuff. It's almost doubled in size. So this is here just for your reference, okay? So this is here, and there's also more here in Resources General, including the daily selects and how they've been changed. They added some to almost all categories. Their normal gliders are the same. So if you max those out, that's really nice. A really nice bit of advice that we put over to you guys. That's a good slot to start with. Max out that category, have a chance at high-end tickets. Super gliders. Some people were on their way to finishing those, and then they throw the plaid ribbon in there, Baby Detective Rosalina's glider. And all of a sudden, you have like maybe a level 2 or 3 glider that you got to take all the way to level 8. So that's a little too bad, but there's a bunch of new stuff, new high ends. Just don't worry about any of the high ends. Just you need one of these max in order to unlock the availability of high-end tickets should you close out other groups. If you have any questions, leave a comment. We're here to help you guys. And we'll end with this new tour preview. So this is the roadmap they finally laid out on Twitter. Here we are on the battle tour right here. We're getting Rick, Picker, Toad. You guys all know this stuff. Autumn challenges, mine are already done, but they extend over. Now the Halloween tour is next, to no one's surprise. But we want to analyze this really quick. One cool thing we see at the right here is a new high-end driver as a reward for placing high in the rank cups. This we assume is not the me suit, which is going to be the Dry Bones me suit. They wouldn't say that about this. This is a new driver, clearly. And you can actually see in the image above that Ghost Ride at the top, you don't see who's driving it. So this might correspond that there's a new driver there. Some people say the emblem on the front of the Ghost Ride is a King Boo emblem. So we're going to have some kind of King Boo new alt. I know some people would love that. I recommended the Dark Boo, which is pink colored. I actually did that in one of my previous concept videos. But we don't know. It's not necessarily a King Boo alt. That even maybe not necessarily be the new driver. Of course, I would love to see Egad, the most wanted Halloween spooky themed character from Luigi's Mansion series that we've all wanted to see a new original character come to the game. So it could be him. We'll have to see. It's exciting though, and brand new to this tour. This is actually a new track. It's a new retro track, and how we know it is the background, the color. It's got that faded blue color, like a boggy, watery vibe, and you actually see right around where the Ghost Ride is. This is a spotlight on the ground. See how it's glowing like this? Well, this is exactly how the track appears with boos and floating lanterns in Boo Lake, the GBA track from Mario Kart Super Circuit that was already data mined, and a bit of music that's found in the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass DLC files. We knew it was either Broken Pier or Boo Lake. Looks like it's going to be Boo Lake coming next tour. Very exciting. And we have a new red Vampire Flyers. They've already reskinned one of the absolute biggest hitbox carts in the game, and this is going to be available somehow. It doesn't say how. It does not say it's a ranked reward, so I don't know. Is it going to be commemorative? Is it going to be a pack? Could we have our first returning pack, item pack? That could be interesting. And of course, we have the Mystery Autumn Tour. Since there's a question mark there, probably not just going to get a Maple Treeway. What will we get here? Will it be Delfino Plaza, Delfino Square? Delfino Square from DS, one of my most wanted tracks. I just say that because it has yellow and orange trees. It might have an autumn theme to it. Could we have a new Nitro track? Could we even have a new Halloween themed track? Who knows, guys? But we have Captain Toad, okay, whatever. And we have a new driver and kart as supers. This could be a new reskin of, maybe it's Orange Shy Guy or another Yoshi, I don't know, something like this. We used to have these come up frequently last year, and so we might have something else like that. Kart Pro also active. So guys, that's the deal for the roadmap. Let me know what you think about all this, and I'm going to let you go. Have a great weekend. That's the update for this big update that's been a little bit all over the place, but you know what? We stay focused, we grind, we get our resources, practice battle, guys. And you know what? If you don't got anything else to do and you're waiting for the next tour, get out there and enjoy the weather, get some exercise, go hang out with your friends and family. This game's always going to be here when you come back the next day. Get your dailies and enjoy life. So guys, thanks a lot. Stay safe, be kind to one another, and we'll talk to you in the next one. Peace out.